Pendle Hill, 1612, a brooding presence, a silent sentinel. Beneath its watchful gaze, a darkness stirred, a darkness born of fear, superstition, and whispered accusations. The air grew heavy, the scent of wood smoke mixed with dread. A community once bound by kinship, now fractured by suspicion. This is the tale of the Pendle Witch Trials. A tale of ordinary lives entangled in extraordinary events, a chilling reminder of the power of fear. England in the grip of King James I, a monarch obsessed with witchcraft. His treatise, Demonologie, a chilling bestseller. The air crackled with fear, every misfortune blamed on unseen forces. In this climate of paranoia, the Pendle Forest stood vulnerable. Isolated, impoverished, its inhabitants viewed with suspicion. A place where ancient beliefs lingered in the shadows. Into this powder keg stepped two families, the Demdike and the Chattocks. Their rivalry, a simmering feud, would ignite a firestorm. It began with a chance encounter, a beggar woman denied alms, curses uttered in anger, and then a stroke of misfortune. The beggar's words twisted into a weapon, accusations flew, neighbours turned on neighbours, stories, embellished with each retelling, became damning evidence. The Demdike and Chattocks families thrust into the heart of the storm, their alleged crimes: murder by witchcraft consorting with familiars, the brewing of deadly potions, charges as fantastical as they were terrifying. Arrested and imprisoned, the accused awaited their fate within the imposing walls of Lancaster Castle. The weight of fear hung heavy in the air, a palpable presence. Among them, old Demdike, matriarch of her clan, her gaze defiant, her daughter Elizabeth cunning and sharp-tongued, and young Alison Device, whose testimony would shock the court. The dungeons were cold, damp and unforgiving, a stark contrast to the rolling hills and open skies of Pendle. Section 5. Whispers in the streets. News of the Pendle witches spread like wildfire. Fear gripped the region. Whispers followed the accused, painting them as monstrous figures. Stories of their supposed power circulated. Tales of shape-shifting, of causing illness and death with a curse, of dark rituals performed under the moonlit sky. The line between truth and fabrication blurred. Rational thought gave way to superstition. The stage was set for a trial that would test the very soul of the community. Section 6. The Device family torn asunder. Central to the drama was the Device family, a once close-knit unit that now found itself at the heart of a devastating conflict. Alison, a young girl of merely 12 years, stood trembling as she accused her own family members of witchcraft. Her voice, though young, carried the weight of 1,000 fears. Her testimony, detailed and chilling, sent shockwaves through the courtroom. Each word she spoke seemed to echo in the silent hall, painting vivid images of dark rituals and sinister deeds. Her brother James, only a few years older, corroborated her story. His eyes, filled with a mix of fear and determination, added fuel to the fire. His words were like daggers, piercing the hearts of those who once trusted him. Their mother, Elizabeth, watched in horror as her children condemned her with their words. She stood there, a pillar of strength now crumbling under the weight of betrayal and sorrow. The family, once united by love and trust, was now irrevocably broken. The bonds that held them together were torn asunder, leaving behind a chasm of pain and mistrust. The accusations of a child had the power to shatter the closest of bonds. What once was a sanctuary of warmth and affection had turned into a battlefield of accusations and despair. The Device family, now a symbol of tragedy, serves as a haunting reminder of how fragile human connections can be when tested by fear and suspicion. Section 7. The Trial, Spectacle and Fear, the Lancaster Assizes of 1612. A spectacle that drew crowds from far and wide, the accused, paraded like exhibits, became objects of morbid fascination. The courtroom a stage for fear and hysteria. The judges, tasked with separating truth from fabrication, themselves caught in the web of superstition. Evidence, often flimsy and circumstantial, was presented as irrefutable proof. Confessions, coerced under duress or fueled by delusion, sealed the fate of the accused. Section 8. Guilty until proven innocent. In history there are countless tales of justice gone awry, where the innocent were condemned and the guilty walked free. The verdict was a foregone conclusion. The accused, often without substantial evidence, were doomed from the start. In an era where belief in witchcraft was rampant, the accused stood little chance. Superstition and fear clouded judgment. The jury, swayed by fear and prejudice, delivered its verdict: guilty. The word echoed through the halls. Families were torn apart, communities divided, and society strained under these unjust verdicts. 10 souls condemned to death by hanging, their lives full of potential were cut short by injustice. The Pendle Witch Trials remind us of the dangers of mass hysteria and the fragility of justice. Section 9. A Legacy of Shadows. The executions sent shockwaves through the region, reverberating through the hearts and minds of the people. The air was thick with fear and uncertainty as families whispered tales of the accused and the condemned. The shadow of Pendle Hill seemed to loom larger, darker, casting a pall over the landscape. It was as if the hill itself bore witness to the events, its presence a constant reminder of the darkness that had unfolded. Had justice been served, or had innocence been sacrificed on the altar of fear? The trials raised more questions than answers, leaving a legacy of doubt and sorrow. The line between guilt and innocence blurred as fear and superstition took hold. The Pendle Witch Trials left an enduring mark, not just on the land, but on the collective memory of the people. Generations would come to know the stories, passed down through hushed conversations and cautionary tales. A stark reminder of the power of superstition, the fragility of reason, and the enduring allure of the unknown. The trials serve as a testament to the dangers of allowing fear to override logic and compassion. The story of the Pendle Witches continues to fascinate and disturb, a chilling echo from a darker chapter in human history. It is a story that compels us to reflect on our own beliefs and the ways in which we judge others. The legacy of shadows left by the Pendle Witch Trials is a somber reminder of the consequences of unchecked fear and the importance of seeking truth and justice. Section 10. Echoes in the Valley. Even today, centuries later, the story of the Pendle Witches retains its power to chill. Visitors to Pendle Hill still feel a sense of unease, a lingering presence. The wind whispers through the trees, carrying with it the echoes of accusations, the weight of injustice, and the haunting reminder of the darkness that can dwell in the hearts of men. The valley holds its secrets, forever echoing the past.